It should be starting around here. Yeah, it should be around here. Let me see. And okay, starting with laughter.
I always knew you were a dark horse, Mr. Yang.
Well, speak for yourself. Albert, if I had met you a few years ago, my creative career would have taken a more interesting turn.
You know, I heard you had something new in the works. What's it about? Let me guess. The Adventures of the Nameless.
Well, it's...
As far as I'm aware, the next update is going to add a new story, so... We're going to get new story. I'm also pretty sure there's going to be Kafka, although I'm not sure if she's going to be the first 5-star. She's going to be in the second banner.
Early concept at the moment. The Express crew has given me a lot of food for thought. But still, when it comes to key plot points, I'm in need of some inspiration.
Ooh, inspiration. How about,
How about this?
We give you some ideas.
Oh, it's
After
Blade
all,
and Kafka.
when it comes to scripts, we're seasoned professionals.
Security! Security! Security!
The rules of this game are like reality. We all think we have infinite possibilities, but when you really analyze it, every question and answer is constrained by previous choices.
Oh god, she's gonna be the next one?
Time to say bye. Boom.
I guess the next is gonna be Blade that's gonna show up. Oh, this is a new area.
You think another knave in face can blot out the sin of your past? Fail. Defend you.
Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the ambrosial arbor.
And this is the spear guy.
What happens next?
Oh, who's that?
Is in your hands.
You, and you. All three of you are staying right here.
What?
The karma of past lives changed the world with the present.
Oh, is this the trailer? Yeah, this is the trailer. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's the boss.
Suffer, crumble, turn on one another, and destroy that which you love with your own hands.
Oh, hello. Even who's that? Hold on. Who's that?
Destroy that which you love with your own hands.
There was a voice there, but I couldn't recognize it. Is this gonna be the blind woman? Like, as a boss? Because that's what I felt like it was building up to in the story. I felt like the blind woman was being built up as like a final boss. But the blind woman doesn't have a unique sprite, so I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. She doesn't really look like any other character though, so can't really tell what she is. She might just be a unique character. A new character. Oh, hold on. These are codes. Codes! There are new codes! Okay, I haven't actually put it on. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me grab my Honkai and put the codes in. I actually have not put codes in yet. I might as well show it off, right? Yeah. There we go. Where's the... Oh, I guess because it's, hold on. Let me put in the codes very quickly. As you can see, I am near the golden thing because I am farming I have my main character completely maxed out, and I'm currently moving on this guy, but I need loads of money and loads of keys. So it's still gonna take a while. But we're getting there. We're getting there. So, there is a code here. Let me grab this. So, I was kind of checking if there was like a comment here. There we go. Because that's easier. Okay, so there's 3 codes. I'll grab them. I will grab them. Yoink. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. Okay. And there we go, 300. Okay. I think that's it. What is this? Oh yeah, I still need to do this. I haven't done that. Completely forgot about that. I need to do that. We'll do that later. Maybe. If I feel like it. Might do it off stream. Okay, moving on. Okay, so now we got that. It lasts a bit. Okay, move on to here. So who's the...
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm your buddy Albert, and welcome to the version 1.2 Even Immortality Ends special program.
Even Immortality
Today,
Ends.
we have 3 special guests in the hot seats. Introducing...
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Texera, and I voice Kafka.
Hey there,
that's her
I'm Damon
actual
Mills, and
voice.
I voice Blade.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Landis, and I voice Welt.
Guys, it's great to have you with us. Man, that trailer was a roller coaster. Corey, your thoughts?
Whoa, me already? Okay. It looked like various factions were getting ready for battle. I think we're one move away from a serious showdown here.
Agreed. It was cool to see some new environments and enemies, too. I better get my team in order.
You're gonna need to, my friend. In version 1.2, the Xianzhou Lao Fu will face a setback that threatens the fate of the whole alliance. The trail...
What do we have here? Top Cloud Tower Thrust. Hellblazer Mission New Chapter. Okay, just the name of the next chapter. Okay, got it. And a small summary. I wonder if they're going to be able to make the story as good as Balrog. I don't think they're going to be able to. Because I just look at this villain, this very clearly last boss, and I'm like, who is this? Whereas with Cacolia, like, you know her from the start, you know loads of characters within that you've met throughout the story have connections to her. There's a lot of emotional stuff on the line dealing with Cacolia. I don't feel the same about this character. I don't know who this character is. Unless she's like the blind woman that we met in the story. I don't really see how the story could potentially could reach Belobog's level. Then again, a story doesn't need to be as good. It's so long as it's like close enough. I guess it's
Blazer,
enough.
we need to pass through various delves and arrive at the location of the sealed ambrosial arbor, where a decisive battle with the one responsible for the Stellaron disaster awaits.
Not to mention, Don Hung finally gets reunited with the Astral Express crew.
Don Hung's journey has been longer than most could imagine.
Care to elaborate, Damon?
I didn't say anything.
Come on, guys. You're trying to get me fired here. Editors, you can cut that bit out. What was I going to say? Oh, right. The story left off on a bit of a cliffhanger last time.
It sure did. I mean, why did Jing Yuan deploy those forces? Who is he trying to catch?
And what about the Stellaron hunters? Where did they go after escaping?
Well, who says they went anywhere?
Cut that out, too. I'm sure all these questions will be answered in the upcoming story. Now, aside from...
Was it really a cliffhanger? I can't remember. Man, it's been a while, hasn't it? How many has already been like 2 months? I feel like it's been way over 2 months since the story. I don't remember a cliffhanger. Was it? Didn't it? Yeah, it ended with a blind woman. And from what I remember, most people were complaining that they didn't really like that section. The whole healing section cult. That's what I remember. Most people were not very happy going through that story. They would have preferred if it was a side story instead of a main one. I don't really remember it being a cliffhanger. Oh no, I remember. I remember now because you dealt with the deer monster, and then it kind of just stopped there, and you moved on to the cult story after that. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay, yeah, that was kind of a cliffhanger.
Trailblaze mission updates. Version 1.2 will see new characters coming to the warp. First on the scene, Blade.
So Blade is the first banner? Okay, I don't care about that.
I have a question for Damon. If, say, there were 5 people, would I be one of them?
I don't know.
If there were 5 people...
Don't look at me.
Oh, because you said there were 5
anything
people that needed to
anything.
pay
Okay.
Well,
consequences.
I'm pretty sure I'm not one of the 5
Wind
people. But
and
here is a
destruction.
fact for you. Whenever Blade gets scary, it's the Mara flaring up.
Isn't he always scary?
He usually does what I tell him.
I should probably unpack that a little. Blade relies on Kafka's spirit whisper to suppress the Mara inside him.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You know, most of the
Spirit
time,
whisper?
Blade is a nice, quiet boy.
Totally.
Nice
He's not
quiet-
a strong communicator, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure half my recording sessions have focused on 2 sounds. Number 1, Number 2,
I can believe that.
He's one of those characters. Got it.
Strange that a lone wolf like him would want to team up with the Stellaron hunters.
True. He doesn't seem like a
Unless
group
Kafka's
fighter.
spirit whispered him into it.
Kafka was more of a go-between. The real reason Blade joined was because Elio promised him the outcome he desired.
Outcome? Meaning vengeance? Look, a certain someone on the Express has been having nightmares about this guy.
Not just vengeance, a funeral.
A funeral.
Someone's
His
gonna
own,
die.
to be precise. Through unexpected circumstances, Blade became immortal. His body recovers from the worst of sicknesses and the gravest of
Oh, he's
injuries,
immortal?
even from death itself. Those
Like,
bandages
how
aren't for
immortal?
show. For
Wait,
Blade,
hold on, but
immortality isn't a blessing.
Even
It's a
immortality
curse that
ends,
follows
though.
him wherever he goes.
Yikes. And I thought I had problems.
Oh, does he want to loot? Wait. Oh, God. Is this going to be like one of those super complex personalities? Because he wants a funeral, but he's immortal. Is this going to be like, oh, he wants to end his immortality? That'd be a cute twist. He doesn't want someone, he wants his own funeral.
Well, let's leave something to the imagination here. I'm sure our trailblazers will find out more about Blade's backstory as things unfold. For now, let's take a look at what he's capable of on the battlefield.
Yeah, like what does he
Blade
do?
is a wind-type character,
Yeah,
following
destruction.
the path of destruction. By consuming his own HP, he's able to deal greater damage to enemies. And I guess that's the risk you take when you're immortal. Huh?
Blade's skill consumes a set amount of his own HP and initiates Hellscape. While Hellscape is active, Blade deals greater damage, and his basic attack is enhanced from Shard Sword to Forest of Swords. While Shard Sword is a single target attack, Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple enemies.
I got a question.
Okay.
Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh, that sounds a little dicey.
A bit. Well, there's a silver lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered, granting him a charge. When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP.
Okay.
When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of his max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting.
Oh, hold on.
While Shard Sword is a single target attack, Forest of Swords deals damage to multiple enemies.
So his skill is single target, costs HP, and if at a certain point his HP is low enough, it becomes AoE. That's what I understood so far. And every time he uses HP, he gains a charge. At 5 I can see the charge over there, 2 out of 5. At 5 charge, he deals a follow-up attack, hits everyone, and heals for an amount. I imagine the amount is depending on how much damage he's dealing overall.
I got a question. Can Blade still use his skill if his HP isn't enough to cover the set amount?
In that situation, when Blade uses his skill, his HP decreases to 1.
Ooh,
I feel like this is going to be a character that skill drains HP to make his basic into an upgraded AoE. Skill drains HP to make his basic into an upgraded... Wait, his basic... Wait. So does that mean you skip your... When he uses his skill, he's skipping his turn? Nah, that would be pretty bad. Like, if his skill is just like a buff that he does to himself that costs HP, that's pretty bad. Because not only is he losing HP, he's potentially getting hit by everyone afterwards. Another question is, like, I feel like this is one of those that is very dependent on numbers. Like, how much HP does he lose? Does he lose a static number? Does he lose a percentage? Because if it's a static number, then stacking him with HP is pretty good. If it's a percentage, then stacking HP is kind of irrelevant because he's always gonna lose the same amount of a percentage. But for example, if his attack increases, like the bonus damage he deals increases depending on how much HP he loses, it would still be worth increasing his HP. This one's one of those that's like probably gonna need to look at the numbers to make a decision.
Sounds a little dicey.
A bit. Well, there's a silver lining. When Blade's HP decreases, his talent is triggered.
Okay, when his HP is decreased... It allows it Jeopard. Okay. So his talent triggers every time his HP decreases. And that means also when he gets hit. Okay, that makes him a lot better. I actually don't... a Jeopard might actually be pretty bad. I don't know if it works with shields. Because they're specifically talking about HP. But if it works with shields, it probably means he's insane with Jeopard. You put in like an equipment that gives him like pseudo taunt, where everyone just starts attacking him, and it's like, wow, that is him triggering that follow up over and over again,
granting him a charge.
Yeah. He got hit and he went from 4 to 5.
When charges are fully stacked, Blade unleashes a follow-up attack on all enemies and recovers a set amount of HP.
That's a pretty good amount that he heals.
When Blade unleashes his ultimate, his HP is set to 50% of...
His HP is set to 50%, so his ultimate... His HP is set to 50%. So his ultimate is either going to heal him or it's going to make him lose HP. Right? Because if you are like full health, you're going to lose half your HP, but if you're very low, you're going to go back to half HP. Okay.
His max HP, and he deals massive damage to a single target and adjacent enemies.
HP for damage, huh? Interesting. No wonder he's so indifferent to being healed. Huh?
And the more HP Blade loses...
Man, I feel like he works really well with my Bailu then. Because Bailu heals so much. I don't know, I really do like this type of mechanics. I like HP mechanics. I remember in League of Legends, the HP champions were always my favorites. And I'm kind of interested in Blade now that I've heard his mechanics.
the more damage his ultimate deals.
Yeah, it does. Blade's technique, Karma Wind, also consumes his HP and deals wind damage to all enemies after entering battle.
When it comes to taking damage, Blade should be more afraid of himself than his enemies.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
Ooh. New ultimate line, anyone?
We can't let Blade steal the show. It's time to talk about another Stellaron hunter.
Kafka.
His partner in
This is the one. I feel like this is the one that's gonna make Honkai Star Rail lots of money. This is the one everyone wants.
crime, Kafka.
Oh boy. Here we go. It's time to dominate. I'm pretty sure she's a dot character. She works with dots. Dun, 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 dun.
Kafka's a familiar face at this point in the story. She was the first person the Trailblazer set eyes on, and meaning Kafka must have been there for the Trailblazer's first words. The first step.
That's Blade, too.
No wonder so many players are calling her.
I'm sure that's Blade. Oh yeah, also Silver Wolf.
Okay.
Wait, what did he say?
I don't.
First step. No wonder so many players are calling her.
Oh god. That's self-awareness.
Okay, I don't think that's gonna get past the editors there, Albert. Look, what I am interested in is this. Since Kafka appeared on Herta Space Station, she's managed to implant the Trailblazer with the Stellaron, hijack the Express's signals, and draw the crew onto the Cienjo La Fu. It almost feels like she has the Trailblazer's destiny in the palm of her hand.
It's like Kafka said, when it comes to scripts, the Stellaron hunters are seasoned professionals.
Well, that might be the case, but that's not to say the Trailblazers' choices aren't important. What's a script without a director?
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I've got another question.
Uh-huh.
Why did Kafka join the Stellaron Hunters?
Ooh. So, Kafka was born on Terias 5, a planet that knows no fear. And literally, Kafka is unable to feel the emotion fear, and therefore cannot comprehend the value of life. When Elio promised to bring about a change for her, she signed up without a second thought.
Now, for someone who can't feel fear, she's pretty great at making...
Can't comprehend fear, so she can't understand the value of life. Okay. I'm not entirely sure how one leads to the other, but okay. I'll accept it.
Others feel it.
This scares you more than it scares me.
You want me to use my spirit whisper on him, Albert?
Yes. No. I mean...
What's spirit whisper?
Let's move on to Kafka's combat, shall we?
Oh, yes. I thought you'd never ask. So Kafka is a lightning-type character following the path of nihility, and she can deal additional damage over time to enemies.
So she's
Her
a dot character,
skill deals lightning damage to multiple targets.
Yeah.
If an enemy is afflicted with DOT, they receive an additional bout of DOT damage.
They did an additional bout of DOD damage. If a character is an additional bout. Does that mean... Oh, hold on. So her auto triggers dots? Like, it doesn't just give dots, it triggers them. So let's say that she hits a boss that has, I don't know, 20 different dots. Does she trigger one of them randomly, or she trigger all 20 of them on the attack? That's actually quite relevant, because if she hits all 20 of them, that might be a little bit too broken.
That is to say, if an enemy is already afflicted with DOT, they receive additional damage both during their turn and after Kafka's attack.
That's right. Not to mention, additional damage doesn't replace existing DOT. I mean, did you think Kafka was gonna take it easy on him? Come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack. Kafka's ultimate, on the other hand...
Huh?
No, come on. And separately, after an ally uses a basic attack, Kafka will launch a follow-up attack.
Wait, that's her only requirement? A basic attack. That's her only requirement? No, that has to be more. Isn't that just increasing? Just having her on your team makes all your basic better.
Kafka's ultimate, on the other hand, deals lightning damage to all enemies with a chance of shocking targets and immediately dealing additional damage to those already shocked. Kafka's technique can attack all enemies within a set range and deals lightning damage to all enemies after entering
New
battle.
character.
How elegant.
Well, she likes elegant things, and there's a certain elegance to combat.
Kafka's abilities are kind of terrifying. Her enemies are like flies trapped in a web, slowly taking damage until...
Boom.
Ooh, hey, that was pretty good.
Blade seemed more interesting. Kafka is more questionable. I feel like Blade was probably more interesting for me just because I do enjoy the health bar HP cost abilities. Kafka's a more of a confusing one because there's a lot of questions I have regarding the dot triggers. Again, does it trigger every single one, or does it trigger only one of them randomly? And does her follow-up attack trigger every basic attack? Because that to me seems nuts.
Yeah, from HP sacrificing maniacs and emotionless sociopaths to the coolest kid on the block. It's time to introduce our next character.
What? Hey, that is a little harsh. Also, since when did Welt become the coolest kid on the block?
Think again.
Also, next
I'm
character.
talking about the born and bred Bellabog hero, Luca.
Oh, come
Luca?
on.
Who's Luca? Oh, this guy. The boxer guy. He's also Destruction, I think.
So that's the guy on the light cone.
Yeah.
He looks a
Wait,
little different on
Nihilid?
the light cone.
Wait, Nihilid? He's also a dot character? I thought he was Destruction.
Luca is an underworld fighter that goes by the moniker Luca Strongarm. He's a member of Wildfire and apprentice to Oleg.
Wait, doesn't
Wildfire.
the underworld have a fight club? I guess that must be where Luca spends his time.
Oh, you better believe it. In fact, he's the Fight Club champion, and not only that, he's also a reliable operations consultant for the moles.
So he's with the moles, huh? Does Luca know he's a member?
The kids of the underworld look up to Luca in a big way. And the reason he fights
They look
is
up
set
to
a
him
good example of
They look up to him so much they never mentioned him.
dedication and discipline. And speaking of fighting, let's take a look at him in action.
Luca is a physical type character following the path of Nihility. After multiple attacks, he's able to launch an enhanced basic attack. His skill deals physical damage to a single target and has a chance of inflicting bleed.
And during battle, Luca can obtain fighting will through a variety of attacks. When fighting will reaches a certain number of stacks, Luca's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with the final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
Kids today, no respect.
When
Wait.
Luca unleashes bleed.
Luca's basic attack is enhanced.
His enhanced basic attack deals 4 hits of damage, with
4
the
hits.
final hit dealing additional damage to enemies currently inflicted with bleed.
Bleed. So his dot is bleed, I imagine.
Kids today, no respect.
When Luca unleashes his ultimate, in addition to dealing damage, he also obtains fighting will, and there's a chance of increasing the target's damage received for a set number of turns.
Woo! And when your opponent's fist is the same size as your head, it's time to throw in the towel.
Yeah, well, it's the power of those punches that scares me. I'm sure having a robotic arm is also a big help, but I think Luca's strength lies lies in his love of the sport. Oh, and I almost forgot. When using his technique during exploration, Luca obtains fighting will after entering battle.
Jeez. Does this guy ever take a break? Well, it was great to start off.
Okay, that was pretty basic. But then again, he is also 4-star, so 4-star dot character destruct physical. I think there's only another 4-star aside from the main character, but the main character is technically 5-star. I think there's only another 4-star that's physical. Who was it? Can't really remember. I know there's another 4-star that's physical, but I don't think. Yeah, I think it is a she. Is it a she? I can't remember right now.
The program with a character deep dive. Next up, it looks like we've got 2 brand new 5-star light cones coming to the warp in version
the light
1.2.
cones. The one say I never care about.
Path of Destruction light cone, the unreachable side.
Oh,
so this is Blade's one.
Question. The Paradise Blade mentions in his ultimate line, is that where he's standing right there?
I don't know what paradise means to you, Corey, but
it's a limited Blade Works.
Isn't my idea of a vacation.
Speak for yourself. Here's a fun fact. Each of those swords had an owner, and Blade was the last one to see them alive.
Oh, whoa! So he killed them for their swords. Only a brutal, calculated, jealous mind could do something like that.
Stop! The maniac and sociopath segment is over. Moving swiftly onto a 5-star path of light cone. Patience.
Oh no, I feel like a lot of people are gonna want this light cone.
Resident sociopath again.
Okay, well, looks like Kafka's waiting for the main course to arrive there, huh?
What do you think's on the menu?
You wanna guess?
What are you looking at me for? Come on, nobody eats out, right? During the first phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, a lost soul, trailblazers.
Oh, really? A repetition already? I feel like there's other 4-stars that we haven't seen in the gacha yet, and we're already seeing these 2 again. Wasn't she in the last one? Yeah, she was in the last one. I'm pretty sure no, maybe she wasn't. No, she was with the general. Yeah, she was in the general. She was in Seals. I don't think he was. So this is gonna be the first banner. Oh man, do I want Blade though? But Kafka though. I think I'm not gonna go for Blade as much as I think I prefer his playstyle. I think I prefer Kafka.
Obtain the limited 5-star character Blade. During the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone, the unreachable side, will be boosted. And during the second phase of version 1.2 in the character warp, Nessun Dorma, trailblazers can obtain the...
Sampo's back! Oh, I wonder if I can get more Sampos to mock Bob. That would be funny.
Limited 5-star character Kafka and 4-star character Luca. And during the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop
You're also
rate
getting
of the
a Luca.
5-star
Yeah, this
light
one's
cone,
preferable.
Patience is all you need will be boosted. And
I get to put Kafka in
the wrap on banners.
in my Sampos team.
Ooh, I need to lie down. Don't go anywhere, trailblazers.
Okay, there's another code. Are you ready? My god, sample banner. Don't tell Bob, yeah. Bob mustn't know. Okay, let me skip here.
At the start of the show,
Here we go.
in version 1.2, before the Trailblazers' decisive boss battle, they will need to pass through various delves. No surprise then, that 1.2 would unlock 2 new areas, the Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape.
Now, the Alchemy Commission, is that where the
Scale
Xianzhou
Gorge
makes its
Waterscape.
medicines, or...?
Ooh, you got it! The Alchemy Commission is one of the 6 commissions of the Lafu. And, for no prize whatsoever, can anyone name all 6?
Oh, yeah, let's see. The Alchemy Commission, the Divination Commission.
The Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, the Cloud Knights, Oh, shoot, what was that other one?
Drum roll, please. The Realm Keeping Commission.
The
that's right,
Realm
that's right.
Keeping
The Alchemy
Commission.
Commission used to focus their efforts on the way of immortality, but these days it's all about medical research and treating diseases.
Now, the Trailblazer came face to face with some Alchemy Commission folks in Exalting Sanctum, but things seemed a little off.
I don't want to create more work for the editors, but I have a theory that the reason why that...
Adjacent to the Alchemy Commission
Oh, that's his statue. He's there.
lies Scale Gorge Waterscape, the realm of the videographer.
He's just ignoring us now.
We've got a lot to
I
get.
really do hope that the main villain is the blind woman, because I feel like that. I'll say it again. I feel like the blind woman was being built to be like the boss, because I hope the boss is not just a random character that is like just introduced in the story like at the end, because I feel like that's pretty bad of a downgrade in storytelling compared to Belobog. Belobog, you get introduced to the boss right at the start of the story, and the whole reason why fighting Cocolia feels impactful is because loads of your characters have there's a connection to Cocolia, including yourself. So I hope this is not just going to be a throwaway boss that nobody has heard of, and it's just like, surprise, it's me.
Where was I? Oh, along with the Alchemy
Oh,
Commission
God,
and
puzzles.
Scale Gorge Waterscape, come new puzzles.
Seems like Trailblazers will face a lot of new challenges on the road to the Ambrosial Arbor. I can't wait.
Oh, Owlbert, are you making Corey read off the teleprompter?
Puzzles aren't the only new challenges Trailblazers will be facing in these areas.
Uh-huh.
There are monsters afoot. First up, a creature of indomitable size and
It's a
destructive
gorilla.
power, the Malefic Ape.
Malefic
And next
ape.
on the list, an entity rid of the burden of
Oh, look, it's this version of the witch.
And next on the list,
Oh God, feet.
an entity rid of the burden of humanity that has remodeled itself in the way
Oh,
of
no,
immortality.
She got
The
3.
Ascended. And finally,
Yen Ching?
Wait,
Why would the General's aides attack a Cloud Knight lieutenant?
all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
I think we skipped an enemy, Albert. You mentioned a boss lurking on the Cienjo Law Fu. Care for a sneak peek?
Oh, how could I forget?
Wait, is this gonna be spoilers? Oh my God. Oh no. That. Oh. Wait, is this the goddess? No, but she looks different. There's no way she's the goddess, unless she's like using someone else's body. Ooh. So she got 3 forms.
Hold on to your hats, folks. It's Fantilia the Undying.
He's who? Who? Wait, do you have
Hold on to your hats, folks. It's Fantilia.
Fantilia. Who the frick is Fantilia? Is that someone that was mentioned before? Fantilia the Undying. Wait, what was it? Undying. Was she ever mentioned though? It doesn't seem like she was mentioned, so this is this is a completely different. Yeah, there's no mention here I can see. Okay. So she's a new character.
Fantilia the Undying, wielder of the power of both the destruction and the abundance. In her first phase, she summons abundance lotuses which restore her HP and reduce the player team's skill points.
Weakening her enemies and strengthening herself in one fell swoop? Yikes.
That's why choosing the right moment to destroy those abundance lotuses is so important.
I feel like
Eliminating an abundance-
I feel like this is too much information. If this is supposed to be like the final boss of the story, I feel like this is too much information. Like the whole reason why Cocolia's fight is so good is because you're not expecting it to go that way. You're not expecting her to turn into this like ice witch. You're not expecting the big machine to suddenly start. You're not expecting to fight a big giant mecha. You're not expecting to be controlling the giant mech. I feel like this is too much information. And it's weird. I think this is the first time I've seen a game that is actively spoiling itself. I was not expecting this much information. I don't know if this might have actually ruined the story for me a bit. Because I'm not going to have that wow factor that I had with Cocolia.
Lotus recovers 3 skill points.
Well, when you borrow something, you gotta give it back.
Now, in her second phase, Phantilia uses her destruction power to summon destruction lotuses. These lotuses reduce ally max HP and when in bloom, deal damage to a single target.
So, should we just wait for them to stop blooming before we take them out?
No, I doubt the power of the destruction is as simple as that.
Oh, you're not wrong, Cheryl. When the lotuses aren't in bloom, their toughness doesn't receive damage. As such, Trailblazers should seize the moment when the flowers are open to break their weakness. And finally, in the third phase, Phantilia goes golden.
Golden!
What trick does she have up her sleeve? I'm afraid Trailblazers are going to have to wait to find out.
I'm curious, where did Phantilia even come from?
Exactly! Where did she come from? There was no mention of her. I even Googled. There's no mention of her. What is this? Is this just a random boss?
How come she can use the powers of the abundance and the destruction?
I hate to be that guy again, but all will be revealed in the version 1.2 story.
Is anyone here getting deja vu?
Hey, I can't go spilling all the beans. When the main story combat draws to a close, Phantilia the Undying will join the Echo of War and drop the advanced trace materials required for Blade, Kafka,
Divine
and Luca.
Seed.
Regret of Infinite Okama.
And a quick reminder, Trailblazers, Echo of War has a limited number of weekly rewards.
Oh no, it's a new material. Wait, is Kafka gonna need that? Oh boy, that would be annoying.
So don't forget to plan ahead.
Also, in version 1.2, Stagnant Shadow, Shape of Celestial, is arriving, which drops the brand new character essential material, Ascendant Debris.
Please don't be for Kafka. Be for Blade. I don't care about Blade, but not Kafka.
This is also the essential material
Okay.
required for Blade.
That's fine.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, it's time to talk about version 1.2 events.
Yeah, I saw that was what I was going to see the most. Why they spoiled the final boss. I feel like this is fine, like just showing like this picture, but like actually showing her combat and how she behaves a bit weird. I feel that's too much information.
Well, I've been waiting for this segment. Let's start with Tales of the Fantastic. The
Okay.
crisis on the Xianzhou Laofu has subsided, and the feats of the Nameless can be heard on every street corner. Starskiff Haven storyteller, Mr. Cien, is interested in the Astral Express's tale, eager to work his storytelling magic.
Oh, yeah, the storyteller. I'm familiar with him. I wonder what he'll do with the Trailblazers story. His artistic license and
Okay, but
collage
what's the
editing bring
event?
all kinds of tales to life.
Okay, but what's the
Well,
event?
that's Mr. Cien, all right. To spruce up the tale, he's given us a set of protagonist models.
Protagonist models?
Mhm.
What's that?
I hear it's kind of a magical object invented by one of the scriptwriters at the Immersion Club. It
What?
industrializes the scriptwriting process. As long as you
What am I
follow its
looking
guidance,
at?
you'll be able to captivate an audience with your storytelling. To unleash the full potential of the protagonist models, the Trailblazer must accompany Mr. Cien into the past and visit historical battle locations. Now, the
What?
name might be a little dull, but don't underestimate
very
the protagonist
confused.
models. Different combinations have different effects. Once the protagonist models have been properly refined, Legend of the Trailblazer can be a runaway hit.
Oh, this sounds like a fun event.
I
You know,
have
there's more where
no
that
idea
came
what they
from.
were saying.
The next
All
event
of that
is
sounded
called
like
Underground
gibberish.
Treasure Hunt. The Underworld
Ooh.
Appraiser, Bellaway the Miner's
Treasure
Lamp,
hunt?
is making a comeback.
They say that in Belobog's Great Mine, ancient ruins have been discovered where many rare treasures and relics are waiting to be identified. However, according to the senior treasure hunter Axe, there exists a space beneath the ruins where relics of even greater value may be found.
Is it
The
treasure
only thing
hunt
is,
time?
the road to the ruin depths is filled with all kinds of danger.
Treasure hunters must steel themselves and explore sealed areas in order to progress deeper into the ruins.
Oh, is it
I'm
like
sure
a
these
dungeon?
sealed areas
Oh, what
are
is that?
full of hidden treasures, but there's always a catch.
Surprise and danger rolled into one. I'm sure
Oh,
Kafka
whoa,
would
whoa,
get
whoa,
it.
what is this? What? Stamina. What the frick am I looking at?
Kick out of this.
Treasure hunters will need endurance, courage, and insight if they want to succeed. It's almost certain that the sealed areas will contain enemies.
Oh,
But
it's like a
supplementary
dungeon.
items and key
It's like a
cards to
dungeon
other
run.
sealed areas are the secrets to progression.
This
Oh,
is
okay.
a solo mission, right? It sounds like a tough challenge to take on alone.
Oh, they won't be alone.
Treasure hunt.
During
Milk will
exploration,
join up,
treasure hunters can
okay.
be sure to run into familiar faces.
Of course, it's Sampo.
Let's hope that we're happy to see them.
So do treasure hunters get any kind of special rewards?
Ah, of course! In the Underground Treasure Hunt event, aside from the usual Stellar Jade, treasure
Ooh, what's
hunters
that?
can obtain the themed Where's the Rabbit chat box.
Isn't the rabbit in the chat box?
It's a treasure chest. What I'm trying to say is the theme of the chat box is called Where's the Rabbit?
What? Who cares about the chat box? Oh my, sure, whatever.
Okay. So the rabbit's in the treasure chest, right?
In version
Wow.
1.2, the message and chat box functions
Wow.
will be enabled for the first time.
That is
Trailblazers can
so
obtain and
good.
swap between
I
chat
love
boxes.
that reward.
And I'm not just talking about the friend chat screen. I'm talking about the game's character interaction chat boxes too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love the rabbit design. It seems like something Clara would
I
like
guess
too.
it's a
Yeah.
free
So cute.
reward.
Do you think Svarog could have designed it for
Oh,
her? Maybe?
Interesting thought. Safe to say that chat boxes will continue to get updates. Trailblazers will be able to view and swap between those they already have, as well as view those they've yet to obtain. On to the next event. Where
What is
are
this?
you, Mystery Trotter?
This really is the version of missing creatures, isn't it?
The good news is, all of them can be found. Regan of Bellabog has come across a new scientific research gadget.
Okay.
Homemade sensor number 223.
Okay.
The device is able to detect mysterious coordinates that display abnormal readings.
I recognize that abnormal reading. Isn't that just a trotter?
Oh no, don't tell me that we have to fight it. I mean, sure, it's a little scary, but it's cute, right?
If I told you it dropped Stellar Jade, would that change how you feel, maybe?
Yeah, that thing's bacon.
Yeah. Sorry.
You know what's tastier than bacon?
What?
Forgotten Hall updates! In version 1.2, the brand new memories of
Huh? Oh, what? Oh, I have to the Forgotten Hall. Oh, shit. Well,
Cienjo, the
I guess
village
it's
of
time
Novice's
to
Trigger,
grind.
will be arriving.
Yeah, now we're talking.
That's not all. After clearing the Forgotten Hall Memories of Cienjo Stage 1, Trailblazers can obtain the 4-star character Yukong.
Cool.
In addition to the Forgotten Hall, the simulated universe will also be receiving an update in the form of World 7.
another Herta copy.
The brand new planar
Oh, we got more. Oh, hold on. We got more relics. What is this? Crit rate. When a wearer's crit rate is equal or greater to within a certain percentage, the wearer basic and skill damage increases. That's pretty good. Increase wearer effect resistance. Eh. All enemies increase damage. That's a weird combination. When the wearer's effect resistance is equal or greater than a certain percentage, all like that's very. This one's very good. Oh, this is amazing. This one seems pretty good because high crit rate. Obviously, the more damage you the more damage you have, the higher the more damage you get from the crit rate. So the crit rate increasing your attack and skill damage is pretty good, but this one doesn't make any sense. Increase a defensive stat, and if that defensive stat is bigger, has reached a threshold, it increases your crit damage. It's not even it increases your crit rate, it increases your crit damage, which means you might not even get the crit damage bonus because your characters don't have crit rate. That's such a weird combination. I don't think Broken Kill makes any sense.
Tournaments, Rutilant Arena, and Broken Keel will be added to the World 7 immersion device.
Wow.
And the ride doesn't stop there either. In version 1.2's Planar Fissure event, trailblazers that successfully challenge the simulated universe can obtain a set amount of double planar ornament rewards. Meanwhile, in the Alchemy Commission's Cavern of Corrosion, trailblazers can obtain the...
Oh, it's a new... Okay, we got new Cavern Relic. Increased max HP. That's for Blade. When their HP is consumed by an ally, including themselves, crit rate increases certain number of turns. Yeah, this is for Blade. Increases speed. Whenever uses their ultimate on any ally, including themselves. When the wearer uses their ultimate on an ally. So this is for supports. Or for themselves, so like personal buff. But obviously this is for the Fox Girl. Speed for all allies increases for a certain number of turns. This effect cannot be stacked. Okay, so basically you use your ultimate also buffs everyone's speed. That seems pretty good.
Brand new Cavern
Depends
relics,
on how much the numbers are.
Disciple and Messenger traversing hackerspace.
Nice.
And finally, in 1.2's Realm of the Strange event, players that successfully challenge the Cavern of Corrosion can obtain a set amount of double Cavern Relic rewards.
Okay, more relics.
I think we're gonna pass out for a while. Over to you guys.
No problem. We got you, buddy. We got you. In version 1.2, the 2 companion missions, Letter from a Strange Woman
Kafka.
and For I Have Touched the Sky.
Is this gonna be another one where they're not actually about the characters and they're just about NPCs like the previous ones? The last 3 ones were about characters that were not the ones being advertised.
Will be arriving.
In Letter from a Strange Woman, the Trailblazer will receive a request from Kafka. As for how the Trailblazer should respond, I only have one thing to say. When you have a chance to make a choice, make one that you know you won't regret.
All will be revealed in version 1.2. Sorry.
Isn't he supposed to be passed out?
I think someone's playing sound bites. I should say a little something about the other companion mission. In For I Have Touched the Sky, an accident has occurred in Stargazer Navalia. When the Trailblazer investigates, they find a girl in trouble. Who could she be? And what secrets could Yukong be hiding?
Thanks for watching Keeping Up with Star Rail.
Okay.
Hey, sound guy. A little early on that one.
Before we bring things back to a close here, let's talk about the ever-popular reward events. Version 1.2 will see the return of the Gift of Odyssey check-in event.
10 more tickets.
During the event, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, doesn't have to be consecutive, they can acquire 10 Star Rail special passes.
Yes, I love a check-in event. Yes, let's do it.
That's exciting.
Can somebody get Corey some water, please?
Is that it? I think that is it. What the frick am I looking here at the end? Okay, let me skip that.
Last time, and I'll say it again. Time flies when you're having fun. Another special program has come to an end. We talked about a lot of 1.2 features. You guys, got any favorites?
Gotta be that boss fight for me. When the crew fought the Doomsday Beast and Cocolia, Welt was watching from the sidelines. This will be the first time we see him on the battlefield.
Ooh.
So watch your back, Fantilia.
I'm excited to see more of Blade. Heck, I recorded enough fighting efforts to lay down an album. We better get some fight scenes, come on. Not to mention, it seems like him and Dan Hung are finally about to meet. Something tells me they're not going to settle things over a cup of tea.
Uh-oh. As for me, it is all about Kafka. Although I am curious about the Tales of the Fantastic event, because this sounds like Trailblazers have plenty of room to get creative.
Seems like we're all a little biased here. but
Totally.
one thing is for sure, 1.2 is a version to look forward to. Albert here has done a good job keeping us in check today, you know, and there's still a lot of mystery out there for you Trailblazers to delve into.
You guys were a handful, all right. But hey, we made it out alive. That's it for Honkai Star Rail version 1.2 special program, folks. Thanks again to all you Trailblazers for tuning in, and see you for the next one.
Bye,
So long.
guys.
Bye-bye. Cheerio.
Okay. What is this?
The Interastral Peace Corporation has just declared the latest galactic bounty hunt, calling for the capture of the Stellaron Hunters. According to reliable sources, Kafka and Blade are expected to appear at the upcoming Cosmic Refreshment
Okay.
Supplies event, which poses a high risk of destruction. We urge the public to remain vigilant. We will announce the whereabouts of the outlaws in due time and are asking for your assistance in bringing them to justice.
Global tea event. Huh. So that was it. That was interesting. That was interesting. I mean, obviously, so Blade is coming over, Calf is coming over. You also got the whole event, which some of them I didn't understand anything because they were just talking gibberish. Some of them looked interesting, some of them looked boring. The story one looked a bit boring. There's also new story coming back. My one concern is narrative-wise. I'm a bit concerned about the idea of spoiling the final boss. I am assuming she is the final boss of the story because that's what makes sense. Because up until now, the last two big bosses that become a farming, what is it called? Echo of War? I don't think it's Echo of War. Actually, I have the game here. I have the game here to look. What's it called? What is it called? It is called... Yeah, I still have to do my simulated. I'll do that eventually. Echo of War, yeah. So far, every single Echo of War has been the final boss of each story. So I imagine that the next one they've spoiled is the final boss of this story. To which my question is it a smart idea to spoil it? Because I feel like Kokolia's... The reason why Belobog is so memorable has more to do with the final act, where you're fighting Kokolia, more so than with the rest of the story. Because I think Belobog overall is pretty just normal storytelling. And then only at the end of the story does it really start, like, basically it has good payoff, I guess that would be. Like, the story builds up, and then the payoff is phenomenal, right? You got the main character gaining the fire powers, you got Kokolia turning into a light switch, you got the whole narrative going on, really on point. And I wonder, but most of that comes from the surprise factor, the shock value of, oh my god, like, she's an ice switch, you know, and all of this stuff that's happening, it's chaotic, it's a bit random, but also, like, in character. And I don't know how to feel about the spoiling of the main boss of the story. I feel like I would have preferred not knowing what she did and how she looked. So that when she actually shows up, you get this like moment of, oh, so that's who it is, or like, wow, that's so cool. I feel like that moment has now kind of gone. Also, just random person that I mean, they made the question obvious. What was it? Welt made the question of like, where did she come from? And that's a very legitimate question because where did she come from? She was never mentioned in the story. She's just kind of like, oh yeah, here she is. I'm not sure, and I mean, there's plenty of stories that do that. They just drop the final boss out of nowhere. Surprise! It was me, kind of deal. But I'm not just sure this works, especially because you've also ruined them. I don't know. I feel like I'm not too happy about being spoiled about the final boss. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not too happy about getting spoiled. I would have preferred not being spoiled about the final boss. And I'm pretty sure most people, well, not most people, but a good amount of people would have preferred not knowing who the final boss is before encountering them. Because I know there's lots of people that don't like spoilers. It's fine though. I don't think it's gonna ruin the entire story. But it definitely will make the impact of the boss significantly lower. So, now we got that out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. No, not 4 yet. 4, 5.